Hi, this is Barry Enerson from the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room. It's Tuesday, April the 21st. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. All right, well, there were a lot of, actually, I had quite a few trades today. I'm only going to go over about three of them, I think. The other ones that I'm not going to go over, they were very either small losses or small gains, so not very exciting. In fact, for most part of the day, I didn't find it very exciting. It sort of picked up towards the end. With one trade that I made, kind of came out of the clear blue. But anyway, let's take a look at the ones I want to go over. Now, I want to go over CBYL because this was probably my most disappointing trade of the day. CBYL had been very strong. Let's just take a look at the daily chart. Just see what's relatively new. Um, IPO, or I don't know when it actually did. This is a daily chart, so I'm not exactly sure when it IPO, but it's relatively new. And so I'd seen it yesterday as being quite strong, and I never got into it. So I wanted to watch it. It was on my watch list. And when it broke through $8, you can see here's yesterday's action. It got to 789. And here's the opening candle right there, the opening candle, and it got up to 777. When it broke through $8, I just decided that I had to take it. And so I took the trade right here at 803. Now, why this was disappointing is that you can see that it got as high as 876. I don't know if this was a misprint or what was going on, but it just zoomed up here. Now, granted, the spread was ridiculous. I mean, I think at 873, the spread was probably at 840 or even 830 something. So it's not like I could have sold it right here. But then it just came right back down. I held on, really hoping that it would reclaim this level and that this wasn't just some kind of a misprint, that people really wanted to pay up for this. And it looked like it was going to go on its way again. It got up to 855. And then after that, though, it just basically, ran out of steam. And so I ended up selling this at 814 for a very small gain. But it was very disappointing because I was really anticipating that this would just keep running, and it just didn't do that. So again, that was probably if I've got a trade of the day, this was definitely my disappointing trade of the day. Now it's a darn good thing. Oops, my printer is telling me I'm running out of ink. Okay, I know. um, and this really it collapsed after that. Very surprising to me. So that it's now in positive territory. I'll probably watch it again tomorrow, but it actually snuck down to negative territory down here when it touched on $7. So I will continue to watch this tomorrow just to see what action we might get and see if it can you certainly get through $8 again and then maybe reclaim this area up here. Now, the next one that I will go over is LRCX, and LRCX was sort of an interesting, an interesting play. It had earnings after the market closed yesterday, and look what happened. I mean, this closed yesterday at 72, around 72.01. They released earnings post-market, and look at this. From 72, it hit a high of 78.88. So this morning, I don't trade the post-market, but this morning when I came in, of course, this was popped up on our list of stocks that we had to watch and based on earnings. And here is where it opened. Here is the 930 volume candle and volume bar. And it got as high as 81.65. So it looked like it was good. Now, typically, I was actually looking for one, not unlike Hasbro yesterday. If you remember Hasbro was just strong all day yesterday. So I was hoping that maybe this one would be the same sort of animal, that it would just keep going up. But actually, it just completely reversed its field and it started coming down. I kept watching this, and I was kind of surprised. Even down here at $76, it was still up $4 for the day. So it's not like this looks like a bad collapse, but it was still up $4 for the day or so. And this is the action that got me really intrigued because look at these 3 5-minute candles, all basically touching the same low point of 76.49. So when this happened, when we got this nice green candle taking out this area and going over 77, the whole number, I decided to take the trade right here at 77.14. I sold a little bit here at 77.40 just in case it was going to resume its downward trend. And then, so right here, sorry, at 77.40, it got through 78, but the bid did not get through. I was really hoping to get a dollar. I haven't had a dollar winner for a bit, and I was really hoping that it would get a dollar on this one. Now it did get to 78.11, and but the bid was still under 78. And so when it started going back down through 78, I decided to exit the trade at 77.73. See, you go all the way back down to 77.31. I was pretty proud of myself for doing that. And then it did pop back up well above well 78. I think at one point the bid did get up to 78.13 or 78.14, but nonetheless, I mean this was going to take me out. If I'm day trading, this is definitely taking me out. So there's no way I would have been able to hold on anyway. And it did get up to 78.65, but it has definitely been kind of a wild animal today, and I'll probably watch it tomorrow just to see what's happening, what's going to happen with it. Now, the rest of them, as I say, I did trade Kimberly Clark for nothing, PDCO for nothing, TCPI for nothing. A lot of very, very short scalps, either small losses or small gains. HRS actually surprised the heck out of me. HRS came from let me see if I can find it here. This is on my, just one second. I'm just going to put the video on pause. I'm going to see if yes, this came from HRS, excuse me, came from the 5 day swing play. And, a lot of these I mean, I'm not going to hold things for 5 days, to be honest. I don't generally swing trade at all. But I'm finding that a lot of these alerts are turning into not bad little day trades. And so this one at 81.36, I was alerted to it as in theory a 5 day swing. But I got the alert at 81.36. So right about here, right about there. And I decided to take the trade as a day trade, and I took the trade at 81.46, and I basically exited at 81.80. I kind of got shaken out of it. It got up to 82, came back down, and I decided to exit the trade at 81.80. But a nice, nice trade for something that is in theory supposed to be a 5 day swing. It turned out to be a really nice little day trade. I mean, we're only talking 1, 2, 3, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'm in the trade. And it did pop back up over 82. But again, I'm finding that a lot of these in my optimized strategies, a lot of these 5 day swings are turning into things that I really should be watching for quick day trades also. So it was a long time coming, though, believe me, because a lot of the things that we were watching in the room just did not have a lot of follow through, and I was definitely in scalp mode. So I was very happy to find this trade relatively late in the day. I think that's about it's 2:15, so probably about 2:20 that I was into this trade. So not a bad trade for one that was late in the day. So anything else I want to talk about? Just I think that the CYBL, I will definitely be watching it. The CYBL, I will definitely watch it again tomorrow. It would help to type in the right, just one second. Yeah, I can always tell I'm getting a little bit tired. I was typing in, I actually have it written down as CYBL in my list, even though, of course, it's CBYL. So anyway, this is one that I will watch again tomorrow, see if it can break $8 again, a little more volume, and take out, and maybe try to get back to this spike high up here of 877. I mean, you never know. It's a newish issue, and you never know. Maybe it's run out of steam, who knows? But the BIOS again, look at IBB, very hot again. Let's take a look at the daily chart for IBB. Here's where it spiked high a few weeks ago, I guess, 33.75. And here's where all the doom and gloom set in. You remember these days? Drop down here. Looked like we had a little rally up here, but then everyone's said, no, 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 no way it's going to happen. It's amazing how this happens, isn't it? There's that low right there on the day, touched down that low, excuse me, went up. The next couple of days looked like it was going to keep going down, but now we've really not looked back. A couple of little consolidation days here, and now we have broken through. I'd actually put a reminder right there. We've broken through right there, And so we are 365. So, I mean, I don't say we're going to get back to 375 anytime soon, but you know what? We could. We're up $7. I mean, if we have an up $10 day, we're right back there. So all that doom and gloom, I don't know if you remember it, but it looked like that was it for the bios. Everybody saying, run for the hills. But wow, the resiliency that these things have, it's absolutely amazing. So that's why I want to keep watching the bios tomorrow and see what's going to happen. All right. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Here is again the cover page. Here's how to get in. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account, and I'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.